look.
It's been pretty hard.
Well, a fifth day of power outages, tens of thousands waking up in the cold and the dark this morning, days after Winter Storm Kato swept through. All eyes now on when the next Arctic blast is coming your way.
My flight was canceled.
Delayed 4.5 hours due to the weather.
Oh, those poor guys. Well, the post-Thanksgiving travel dash. We could be seeing more travel issues piling on to the massive crowds that are about to hit the airports and the roads. From snow and ice to rain, where and when weather could disrupt your trip back home.
And another storm in the making. Well, days of rain and wintry weather hitting the West Coast right now. From Seattle all the way to the California desert. It's all right here, right now on Weather Center Live. Hey there, good Saturday morning to you. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Jennifer Lopez. Now, as you watch our show throughout the day, send us your pictures. We want to know what your weekend is looking like, so you can send them to #YourWeekend.
In fact, take a look at this picture from Katie Reynolds from the Solder of Barkay Bar Farm in Petersburg, Pennsylvania. And you can see there's the sheep here, you know, perhaps breaking out the sheepskin coats.
Oh, yes.
Something to keep you warm here because we still have some light snow showers falling across parts of the central PA right now, but we're not expecting any major accumulations at all. Take a live look here from Tara-Cam. This is State College, Pennsylvania, home of Penn State's University, and definitely already seeing some light dusting of snow on the ground because you're still seeing some flurries out there. But as temperatures warm, could see some drizzle, maybe some light rain later on. Really concerned about some of the valleys here in central PA. Could definitely see some freezing, some icing. So watch the bridges, the overpasses as well as we head throughout the day. Even though the sun is coming up, temperatures still, the cold air tends to sink. Again, a little light snow here across west central PA, but overall, we're still going to watch temperatures warm up, so that snow will be a thing of the past over the next several hours. But again, could have just enough rain, could make some ice concerns as well. But overall, in terms of our forecast, well, some scattered snow showers. That's about it this morning. Most of those are going by the wayside as temperatures start to warm up as well. But speaking of temperatures, yeah, right now we're cool, but eventually we'll warm to the 40s, even 42 in D.C., 33 in New York City for a high this afternoon. Jen?
As we move into the middle of the country, we're starting to notice the temperatures warming up. Here we are in Dallas, and there you see lots of sunshine across North Texas. A lot of wind kicking up as well. Those south winds, though, are going to keep your temperatures from really dropping out. In fact, most of the middle of the country is going to have a little bit of an increase in temperature, not just today, but tomorrow as well. So for Dallas, the current reading is now up to 55 with those winds at around 16 miles an hour. Some nice sunshine for you, but a little bit of a breeze. These temperatures about 5 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago in Dallas. A little bit warmer for you in Wichita, much warmer up into Grand Isle with about 14 degrees warmer than just this time yesterday. There's the high pressure. It's going to be moving a little bit towards the east, and as it does so, those winds will come in from the south, and it'll bump the temperatures not just in Dallas, but across much of the middle of the U.S. from Denver to Amarillo and over into Kansas City. So today's highs up into the 70s as far as North Platte. That's well above your average. Now, across Nebraska, it doesn't last very long, but we hang on to the mild air here across Oklahoma and through the lower Mississippi River Valley throughout this coming weekend. Paul?
Well, from the warm up to the cool down, yeah, take a look at Minneapolis there on the left of your screen. You got Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, as Peyton would say. But we're also looking for our temperatures to really come crashing down here. And notice on the Minneapolis cam, do have some snow there on the rooftops and some of the ground as well. All that will be sticking around as temperatures really start crashing down. Right now it's cold, 25 in Minneapolis, but it's 50 in St. Louis. Kansas City coming in at 55 degrees. All these numbers on the way down over the next 48 hours, all thanks to another push of cold air, a little trough or jet stream. This is the storm kind of hitting the West Coast right now, giving you snow in Seattle as we speak. This system will really kick off that next push of Arctic air across parts of the northern Rockies as we head throughout today, and then really tomorrow it starts moving across the northern plains, and eventually it'll sweep across the rest of the Midwest as we head into next week. So if you're traveling, we're going from a different season as we head through today into tomorrow and this next week as well. So temperatures drastically colder as well. Right now, it's going to be a cold day across Montana. Billings, 33 for a high. That's below average. But Great Falls, you are 40 degrees below average, a high of only 3 below zero right now. Minneapolis, we're a little bit above average for a high, 34. It'll be days before we're above average again after today, because even tomorrow, you think the bottom dropped out. 16, that's it for a high. That's 17 degrees below average. But just wait. Oh, no, we're not done at all. By Monday, this is where the heart of that cold air comes. And these aren't morning low temperatures. These are afternoon high temperatures, meaning it is not going to get any warmer than it will in the afternoon. 7 above. That is cold. So imagine your morning low temperatures well below zero here. And speaking of that roller coaster ride down, we are dropping from the 30s to the teens to single digits. In single digits in Minneapolis, the average first single digit high temperature doesn't occur till a latter part of December. So we're about 3 weeks ahead of average. And by the way, the last time we had a single digit high temperature all the way back to March 2nd of this year. The cold air is here to stay for a while. Jen?
Well, as we head to the West Coast, we're talking about more rain coming into the Northern California area, as well as up into the Pacific Northwest. So here's a look at your forecast, and we'll start off by talking about that moisture. It's snowing right now in Seattle. It's going to continue to do so throughout the day. You can see snow also a little bit farther south into the Columbia River Gorge as that area of low pressure, that storm system, is moving onshore right now. We head farther to the south. We've been looking at some steady rainfall from San Jose all the way towards the coast. And that's just continuing to come across Northern California. You go up into the higher elevations and some good snow coming down. Now your forecast here calls for it to be a mess across the Northwest. Around Interstate 5, you're going to run into all kinds of problems if you don't take it easy. Throughout Portland and farther to the north, we are going to be finding that snow in the forecast. But some rain is going to continue for California as another storm system is well offshore right now. It's going to come closer to the coast as we go into the beginning of this week, and it's going to finally bring some much needed rain into California. So for today, we'll see it across San Francisco and here into Northern California. Tomorrow, more scattered in nature. But then as we go into the beginning of this week, I say around Tuesday, is the better chance for that rain into Los Angeles. Paul?
Well, your Thanksgiving holiday is starting to wrap up, and thousands now returning home or attempting to this weekend. But will there be as many weather delays to impact your travel? We're going to have your complete travel forecast coming up next. And so take a look at some of the rivalries going on in college football this weekend.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything we sell at LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee of satisfaction. So while they keep guessing what's inside, you can rest assured that they can always take it back or replace it. That's just how we're made. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
This is Conley, Cameron, Zach, and Clementine.
We have a serious hairball issue.
We cleaned it up and turned around, and there it is again. It's scary. A little bit in my eye.
Underneath the kitchen table, underneath my work desk, we've got enough to knit a sweater. Zach, what is that? Oh, the Swiffer sweeper.
It's like the Swiffer dusters. It's some sort of magic cloth that sucks in all the dog hair.
It's quick and easy. Pretty amazing that I picked it all up. I would totally take on another dog.
Really?
Say hello to the new weather.com, a beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust. The new weather.com, the final piece in the Weather Channel redesign. The Weather Channel, it's amazing out there.
Currently in our area, 65 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 73, winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 67, winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sundays this winter. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9, premiering December 7th on the Weather Channel.
Walmart is taking Black Friday into overtime.
And that means you can still get unbeatable prices on everything Christmas all weekend long. So make sure you're ready to win the holidays.
Ready to welcome guests.
To travel all over the place.
To make spirits brighter without getting tangled.
Ready to talk? Anything holiday, all around the clock.
I'm so ready to win.
Me too. High five, snowman.
The Black Friday savings continue Saturday and Sunday at Walmart's weekend event. Get everything you need to get ready for Christmas all weekend long.
Breaking wind and average fleece. Breaking wind and Duluth Trading Shoreman's fleece. Duluth Trading Shoreman's fleece. 3 gust-busting layers. 1 beefed-up fleece. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
America loves Italy. The signs are everywhere. And now get some of the best deals of the year during the Fiat Grand Finale. With Black Friday bonus cash, get $2,500 total cash allowance on the 2014 Fiat 500L.
Fact. When you take Advil, you get relief right at the site of pain, wherever it is. Advil stops pain right where it starts. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Fact. Advil liquid gels are faster on tough pain than extra-strength Tylenol. And not only faster, stronger too. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Available at Walmart.
And welcome back, everybody, here to Weather Center Live. Well, have you seen the video yet? This is neighbors and friends as they leaped into action to save 2 young boys who were trapped in a snowbank for 8 hours after a snowplow operator accidentally pushed snow over them. It happened up in Newburgh, New York during Winter Storm Kato. Now, in just a minute, we're going to talk live to the mother of one of those boys. But first, Elijah Martinez and Jason Rivera recount their terrifying ordeal in their own words.
Me and my cousin were building a fort in the snow. We were out under there for a few minutes, and the whole top of the fort just fell on us. If I could have sat up, I could have got my legs down. We could have, I know, at least made more space. But there was a big block of ice on my chest, so I couldn't move.
And I tried to punch it to break it, but if I punched it once and it was about to fall, and then he said that it was gonna land on his face, so I stopped punching it. And I just told him, keep yelling, keep moving around, try to get out.
All right, so joining us live now on the phone is Allie Martinez. She's the mother of Elijah. Allie, I just can't imagine what you're going through. So have you seen the boys yet this morning?
Yes, and actually, I'm Jason's mom. Elijah is my nephew.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well,
it's okay. Yes, I stay here. I stay here at Westchester with my son, and my nephew's always in our room. So they're both in the room right now, eating, watching cartoons, doing what they normally do, like normal boys.
Really? It seems like they're trying to bounce back quickly then.
Yes, they're so ready to go home. That's all they keep asking the nurse. They're like, can we please go home? Can we please go home?
Well, take us back to those terrifying moments. How did you even find out what was going on?
Well, what ended up happening was they have curfews where we live, and we live in like a complex where, you know, all the kids play together. They all know each other. Like me and my brothers grew up there. So when, you know, they didn't show up for curfew or they didn't check in, I was like, you know, that's not like them. You know, something's wrong. So when we started searching for them, and we actually went to the little girl that they were with. When I saw her at her house and my boy's not there, then I was like, you know, where are they? So finally, she told me they're over there. You know, last time I saw them, they were doing a snow bank or playing in the snow. But me and my brother, we searched. Then all of a sudden, you know, I started getting word. We called family, friends. We had our own search party. And when by like 11 o'clock, you know, I told my brother, listen, you know, we have to call the cops because, you know, something's wrong.
All right, so tell us about the heroic police officers that made sure that you had a good outcome.
Actually, the Newburgh police, they have a bad rep. People always saying bad stuff, and I want to say that they went above and beyond for my boys. Nobody went home. They were all out there in the freezing cold, on foot, knocking on doors. And finally, when that one officer found them, they all ran up there. I got there maybe a minute after the guy found them, because I was literally up the street, and then when I heard on the radio EMT, I really got frantic, and I seen the cops go crazy over there. So when I ran over there, my brother was already there, and then I got to see Papito. I still didn't see my son because he was still deep in. But, I knew they were okay. They were talking, and thank God he just decided to look at that snowbank and saw the shovel.
Well, Allie, that's a great outcome to what I'm sure was a terrifying story, and we appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much. All right, now let's go over to Paul for some travel conditions.
Wow, glad there's a happy ending there. Let's talk about the travel conditions. Busy travel day today. Got a bunch of plane coming by here. Right now, no delays except for the West Coast. SFO, San Francisco has an airport delay because of now the storms coming into the West Coast. No rain yet, but that's also on its way to California. Let's check the airport delays. We'll start first in the Midwest, where temperatures have been on the cool side, but so far so good. No delays. Important for some hub airports, Minneapolis as well as Chicago and the Northeast as well. No delays at this time, so the weather is cooperating with travel for the time being.
Toenail fungus? Don't hide it, fight it with new FDA-approved Jublia. Jublia, efinaconazole 10% topical solution, is a prescription medicine proven to treat fungal infections of the toenails. Use Jublia as instructed by your doctor. Most common side effects include ingrown toenail, application site redness, itching, swelling, burning or stinging, blisters, and pain. Fight it! Ask your doctor now if new Jublia is right for you.
Nourished. Rescued. Protected. Given new hope. During the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru owners feel it too. Because when you take home a new Subaru, we donate $250 to helping those in need. We'll have given $50 million over 7 years. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
This is a Pip.
It's part of a Hershey's bar.
We break it.
We bite it.
We sneak it.
We smush it. We savor it.
We love it.
Hershey's is mine. Yours.
Our chocolate.
From restoring damage in just one room to an entire building. Turn to the cleanup team that's here in your community and here to help at 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened.
Sweetie, I'd love a hazelnut.
Mom, Dad, Big Uncle Wayne.
Hot chocolate.
Green tea.
Decaf, cuz.
Wow.
I'm dying for an herbal tea.
The all-new Keurig 2.0 is here.
This holiday, give WeatherTech floor liners. They're laser measured to perfectly protect your specific vehicle. Front, back, even up the sides. Check out all of our automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. Complete protection, completely American-made. WeatherTech.com.
Say hello to the new Weather.com. A beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust.
If you want a front row seat to your favorite NBA team all season long, NBA League Pass on Xfinity from Comcast has you covered. With up to 40 out-of-market games a week, you can follow your favorite team no matter where you live. Plus, you can watch the action on any device, including your tablet, laptop, and smartphone. Order NBA League Pass right now and save with 4 easy payments of $49.75. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go online.
When we were at Sandals, we forgot about deadlines and worked on our tan lines. We forgot about time and had the time of our lives. We forgot about counting calories and drank to our heart's content. And since everything at Sandals was included, we completely forgot about money and remembered just how in love we really are.
Time of my life.
Save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
493 or go to getflexshot.com. That's 1-800-710-5493. Order now.
Sundays this winter. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9. Premiering December 7th on The Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back. Hey, you got to check this out. Pretty cool time lapse showing snow accumulating outside the National Weather Service office in Binghamton, New York. About 10 inches of snow fell there from 9 a.m. Wednesday to 9 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. Now, 9 inches of that actually fell on Wednesday, breaking a record snowfall for that date. Pretty cool, very holiday-looking theme there.
They got their lights up early, I see.
They knew the storm was coming.
They sure did. They had inside information.
But now the storm is gone. Perhaps we have another storm in the making.
Yeah, so let's find out more now from storm specialist Carl Parker. He's out in the lab.
Hey, Jen, there is snow coming down now in Montana and Wyoming, and we expect to see a lot more of that in the higher elevations. And we'll begin with a look at the water vapor loop, and you can see this big feed of moisture coming up and across the mountains there, the northern Rockies, interior west, and that's slowly going to sag southward through today. We're going to see a pretty broad area of a few inches of snow, and then some higher amounts there in western Wyoming in particular, the Salt River Range, also the Gros Ventre Mountains, the Absaroka Mountains, the Wind River Range getting as much as a foot of snow in the highest elevations, and also a few inches of snow there around the Cascades, and even all the way down into Seattle, where it has been snowing for a few hours. That'll continue into early afternoon. Not a lot of accumulation, we don't think, maybe an inch or so, and then we begin to clear out late in the afternoon. Now, behind that, there's another little feature that doesn't look like much right now. That's going to slide off and into the middle of the country and then end up along the East Coast in a few days. So here is the model forecast. We're looking at the surface freezing line right there. Notice how that bends down into Virginia. At the same time, some moisture is going to ride up and over top of that. So it's going to be rain falling into that sub-freezing air, and that could mean sleet or freezing rain along the 81 corridor, West Virginia and Virginia. This is during the day on Tuesday, and that may continue into Wednesday as well. Something to keep in mind as far as travel. Also, a lot of snow cover across Canada and the northern tier of the U.S., and that's keeping those cold air masses cold, and another big one coming down over the next several days and dropping through much of the middle of the country. Paul, Jen, back to you.
All right, thanks, Carl. Are we planning to do some work around the house this weekend? Maybe put up some holiday lights and decorations?
No, not going to do it. Well, in today's Home Depot project of the week, here's how to build an awesome addition for your Christmas display.
This time of year, we are all looking for a unique way to show our holiday spirit. And when we think unique, we think Dave White.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for that. We actually do have a unique project. It's a lighted holiday marquee. It's a lot of fun to build. You start out with a 1/2-inch piece of plywood. You can buy a 2x4 sheet and get all of this cut out of the one sheet. The background is going to be 24x30, and then the rest we use to cut out the letters.
How do we cut out these letters?
Well, with a jigsaw, you're just going to follow the lines very carefully, and once you have them cut out, we'll just need to sand the edges smooth.
All right, Dave, letters look good. They go here,
Yep.
But what about these?
Okay, these pieces I've pre-cut to create a border around the marquee. We're just going to nail those in, and one trick is to use a piece of your scrap 1/2-inch plywood as a block to help position them.
All right, so now we're ready to put the letters on.
Actually, it's easier if we paint first, then put the letters on. Now everything's painted. We're ready to apply the letters. And notice that we've drilled holes already for the lights.
And now we just have to put it all together.
Put it all together. Glue and nails for the letters, and then we'll finish drilling the holes through the backing, then put the lights in, and you've got a lighted holiday marquee. All right, that does it. Should we try it out?
Turn them on.
All right, you can plug them in, or in our case, we're using battery-powered lights.
Oh,
how great
beautiful.
is that? That's awesome.
Joy.
Great job.
Well, today, another family tradition gets going for many. That's picking out that Christmas tree, but people will be paying more for their real fresh-cut trees. The Pacific Northwest Tree Association reports people will pay about $2 more than last year per tree for an average of about $20.
And the First Family is also getting ready for Christmas. The official tree came yesterday from Crystal Springs Tree Farm in Pennsylvania. Beautiful tree there. It's 18 feet high. So Weather Center Live continues after this.
Project of the Week is brought to you by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Black Friday savings are still on. So let's get charged up. Let's do performance. Not there. Here, and here. Let's find something for the big kids without the big price tags. And take home Black Friday savings all weekend. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Get your choice of drill driver kit for just $99 each.
I typed my name, and Ancestry opened the door to my past. Before my eyes, my family story was revealed. And the further I traveled back, the more I discovered. Let Ancestry guide you through the world's largest online collection of family history records. Discover your story today at Ancestry.com.
You don't need to think about the energy that makes our lives possible. Because we do. We're ExxonMobil. And powering the world responsibly is our job. Because boiling an egg isn't as simple as just boiling an egg. Life takes energy. Energy lives here.
Attention corn farmers. Corn prices have plummeted and sales are down as a result of China's ban on U.S. corn and corn products. Syngenta introduced a GMO corn strain that may have contaminated the U.S. corn supply and hurt you or your business. If you've suffered economic impact as the price of U.S. corn has decreased, you may be able to recover your losses. Call Sokolov Law at 1-800-839-4141 for a free legal consultation. Again, that's 1-800-839-4141. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
Say hello to the new Weather.com, a beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust. The new Weather.com, the final piece in the Weather Channel redesign. The Weather Channel, it's amazing out there.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sundays at 9, premiering December 7th on the Weather Channel.
Hey there, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Jennifer Lopez. And as you spend your Saturday with us, we'd love to see some pictures of what your weekend is looking like. So hashtag your weekend to send them to us.
In fact, take a look at this picture from Mary from Western Massachusetts. A snow turkey. That's not a snowman, a snow person.
It's a snow turkey.
That's
You're right.
Snow
It's
turkey.
a gobble gobble.
Gobble gobble. Made by her daughter, all thanks to snow we had just before Thanksgiving, and the cold air stuck around. So yeah, a little frozen turkey outside the door here after the cooking you did this weekend. Hey, let's take a live look now at Cleveland. Had some light snow out there this morning, and temperatures slowly warming up. Still even seeing some snow on some of the grassy areas around there, but it will be warmer. Temperatures climbing above freezing, climbing above 40. 44 is our expected high today in Cleveland, all thanks to this warm front. Again, behind this red line, that's where the warmer air is, and all this kind of sweeping across the area before we see our temperatures plunge back down again. But let's talk about the near term, the positive, which is warmer weather coming across the area. Yeah, some light snow showers here. Might even see a few flakes fly in Philadelphia, but overall, yeah, this is really, it might get a dusting, but overall you just see some snow flying. That's about it. Nothing major here. But as we head throughout the morning, we'll look for our temperatures to slowly start to warm as well. So look for a high of 33 in Boston, 37 in New York, 46 in Pittsburgh, even 48 degrees in our nation's capital. Jen?
Well, a sunny yet chilly start to the day here in the Big Apple. In fact, you're looking live at 30 Rock and the beautiful Christmas tree. Now, just a few miles south of here is Herald Square, and folks certainly are bundling up as they are doing some of their holiday shopping. Yeah, a little on the chilly side for that small business Saturday, as we call it. And in the Big Apple, it was everybody racing around to get those good deals yesterday. But what stopped folks braving that? But certainly the deals and that didn't stop them from braving the cold. So NBC's Miguel Almaguer is in New York with what's shaping up to be a busy weekend in the stores.
Good morning. This may be the calm before the storm. This weekend, shopping malls and department stores all across the country are going to be jam-packed. And if Black Friday was any indication of what's to come, this weekend is going to be a zoo.
Out in force and in some cases out of control. The crowd.
We're diehard, just like 16 years now that we've all come together.
The chaos.
It's all about the deals.
And of course, the saving.
Very big discounts. Some things that I found were even under $10.
Yeah. But Black Friday blowouts can come in more ways than one. Across the pond, mayhem in Manchester, England. While here at home, the sales got downright criminal. 2 women arrested at a California Kohl's. A fist fight in the baby aisle.
This is the most dangerous place to Black Friday shop.
The lady in the green jacket is fighting.
Brick and mortar stores saw sales spike 4%. Online, up 14%.
You're really seeing is a huge shift online. That gets a bigger piece of the puzzle every year.
So much web traffic, Best Buy broke the internet. Their website crashed. Still, the crowds kept coming at the Mall of America. A record 230,000 people showed up since Thanksgiving, more than doubling the city of Bloomington's population. Even when the lights went out in South Carolina, the crowds kept shopping.
Everybody's walking around with their phones with lights trying to find out where to go. It's just crazy.
Today is officially dubbed Small Business Saturday, where you're encouraged to shop at small businesses locally, but it's department stores like the one behind me that will likely be jammed. Now back to you.
All right, cold snow, sleet and rain, weather, of course, having an impact on holiday shopping. So in 10 minutes, business weather expert Paul Walsh will show us how weather does play a role when you're out shopping. Paul, now over to you.
Thanks, Jen. Well, good morning, Minneapolis. A cold morning to you. A couple of clouds out there. And yes, that is some snow in the area. And it's cold in the 20s right now. And temperatures, well, we're getting close to average. Mid-30s for a high today. But once we get past today, you're looking for the parka because temperatures are plunging. Here's a taste of what's coming. Take a look at our current temperature. Not our high, our current right now in Great Falls, 7 below zero. It is 5 above in Billings. This cold Arctic air on the way south and also eastward as we head over the next 48 hours. taking you into a whole different season. Some areas, the northern and central plains, they kind of got to thaw out. Even Rapid City tomorrow, or the wind chill right now is 52. Tomorrow you'll still be on the mild side before you start cooling off. But Great Falls, the wind chill, 24 degrees below zero, what it feels like to bare skin. Look at this, Minneapolis, we'll get to 34 today. Tomorrow, 16. And even Lincoln, Nebraska, 66. So we go from, kind of early fall feeling to the middle of winter, 28 for a high. One of those temperatures a lot colder. Even Des Moines from 53 to 26 degrees as we head towards tomorrow for high temperatures. Here comes the cold air. That's going to plunge southward and eventually push eastward as well and really feel that cold air. Not so much tomorrow, but the day after that. Talking about Monday, that's the coldest we'll feel across the upper Midwest and the western Great Lakes as well. So 3 below is our high today. That's from our current 7 below for our temperature in Great Falls. Bismarck 22, Minneapolis a little bit above average, but wait till tomorrow, 16 for a high there. Rapid City, we're falling to 16 as well, and 6 above in Bismarck. And then as we head towards Monday, the high temperature in Minneapolis, the high is 7 above zero. Chicago only 22 degrees. Chicago again. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy today as well. 45 today, 42 tomorrow, 22. That's it on Monday. But then a slight warming trend. We get to 34 as we head towards Tuesday afternoon, still below average. Jen?
Okay, we want to go over into Southern California and give you a live look in Los Angeles. A little bit of sunshine showing up here. A few of those clouds, though, may cover you up later in the weekend. Temperatures today in the 60s, but I'm sure by now you've heard that it may be raining pretty soon into Southern California. In fact, showers are in the forecast, not so much this weekend, but they'll come closer to you later in the beginning of next week. Meanwhile, San Francisco's been dealing with a few of those showers. The heavier stuff is down towards San Jose. And as we expand the view, you can see even into Northern California getting that rain. This is the first of a few disturbances that's expected to come into the West Coast. And up here into the Pacific Northwest, it's all been in the form of snow, especially around Seattle, where they may get up to an inch of snow. And we will continue to see that snow even farther to the south across the Cascades. This is the forecast today. This moves off or over towards the east as we head into tonight and tomorrow. But then as we look out into the Pacific, there's another area of low pressure. It's a rather larger one, and that's expected to come in as we head into Sunday. So that means more rain for San Francisco across Northern California. As we go throughout the day today and into tomorrow, we'll see those showers. And that moisture still is going to be in place even into Monday. But by Tuesday is when we expect some of that rain to slide farther south. So the showers are expected to move into San Diego and into Los Angeles as we head into Tuesday. And some of those higher elevations getting in on some of that much needed snow. Paul?
We still have a lot more to come this morning on Weather Center Live, including a herd of sea turtles rescued from the cold waters off of Cape Cod. What's being done to wrap them and warm them back up. And it's nearly time to survive the feast. Starting at noon today, you can enjoy Highway Through Hell. Catch up on all your favorite episodes coming up.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
This is Bob. Bob's on a first date, so he's not thinking about where to buy his next set of tires. But if he were, all he'd need to know is TireRack.com. He could view the complete selection of Continental tires at TireRack.com. Then he'd have the confidence to drive safely in any weather. But Bob's not thinking about tires. Bob's thinking, should I tell her about that thing in her teeth? TireRack.com. Find, deliver, install.
Wearing glasses with just any progressive lenses? See the difference with Verilux, the only progressive lens brand with lenses designed using wave technology. Enjoy smooth transitions and sharp vision. Never compromise. Ask your eye care professional for Verilux.
Ask your eye care professional about Transitions signature lenses.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know genies can be really literal?
No.
What is your wish? No. Okay. $1 million.
Oh, no. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Average women's tees versus a gawking gopher. Duluth Trading Longtail Tees versus a gawking gopher. The Duluth Longtail Tee. 2 extra inches to defend your back end. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Fact. When you take Advil, you get relief right at the site of pain. Wherever it is. Advil stops pain right where it starts. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Fact. Advil liquid gels are faster on tough pain than extra strength Tylenol. And not only faster, stronger too. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Available at Walmart.
By 1914, the Dodge brothers quit the Ford Motor Company and set out on their own. They believed in more than the assembly line. They believed driving was a holy endeavor. 100 years later, the Dodge brothers' spirit lives on.
Walmart is taking Black Friday into overtime.
And that means you can still get unbeatable prices on everything Christmas all weekend long. So make sure you're ready to win the holidays.
Ready to welcome guests.
To travel all over the place.
To make spirits brighter without getting tangled.
Ready to talk? Anything holiday, all around the clock.
I'm so ready to win.
Me too. High five, snowman.
The Black Friday savings continue Saturday and Sunday at Walmart's weekend event. Get everything you need to get ready for Christmas all weekend long.
This is Conley, Cameron, Zach, and Clementine.
We have a serious hairball issue.
We clean it up and turn around, and there it is again. It's scary. A little bit in my eye.
Underneath the kitchen table, underneath my work desk, we've got enough to knit a sweater. Zach, what is that? Oh, the Swiffer sweeper.
It's like the Swiffer dusters. It's some sort of magic cloth that sucks in all the dog hair.
It's quick and easy. Pretty amazing that I picked it all up. I would totally take on another dog.
Really?
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. Rivalry weekend across the college football landscape. Some call it hate week, but let's just call it what it is. A lot of big-time matchups which have huge implications going forward from here. You got Atlanta, where Georgia Tech is heading up to Athens to take on Georgia. And meanwhile, on the right, you got Oxford, Mississippi, the home of Ole Miss, where the Mississippi State Bulldogs coming on in. That can have a huge implication on the 4th-ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs if they will go on, depending on what happens above them as well. So again, now as part of the show, we're going to kind of take a look at how the weather will be impacting some major games going on in college. And we'll start first with Michigan. They're going into Columbus, take on the Ohio State Buckeyes here in the Horseshoe. Temperatures today and warming to the lower 40s throughout the game. But look at this, it is breezy as well. So again, we look at the forecast and then we take a look at how each team performs in similar weather conditions. We talk about the temperatures here, 50 or cooler. Michigan is 10-7 in those types of weather conditions. Meanwhile, Ohio State is 15-5. Yeah, My prediction based on the weather, the Buckeyes will win this game and head on to play in the Big Ten title game. Next up, we go from Ohio all the way back into Mississippi and Oxford here. They call this the Egg Bowl. Number 4, Mississippi State going in to take on number 19, Ole Miss. Forecast, temperatures lower 60s, a little breezy here as well. Weather conditions, how do they play? Well, in history, 6-3 versus 7-4. So the slight edge, just a slight edge, goes to Mississippi State. And again, by the way, they have won the last 4 of 5 meetings here at the Egg Bowl. So I predict Mississippi State will win this. And then the big one, the Iron Bowl, number 15 Auburn going into Tuscaloosa for the number 1 ranked Crimson Tide of Alabama. And based on the weather here, not to mention what happened last year, a huge upset. But in the weather conditions, Auburn 7-5, Alabama is 8-1. I think Alabama will win this one later on tonight. Jen?
Okay, well, Black Friday's yesterday, so now all of our attention's going down to Small Business Saturday, which we're going out and supporting the mom and pop shops. But battling the weather elements may be a hurdle as well. So joining us live via Skype is our business weather expert, Paul Walsh. Hello, and we appreciate you joining us. So certainly tell us about how weather can play a factor in all this shopping frenzy this weekend.
Well, Jennifer, the weather actually is a huge impact on Black Friday shopping, and it can be a huge risk to retailers. But this year, the weather really cooperated. So, of course, we had Winter Storm Kato on Wednesday. Now, had that happened on Friday, it would have been a disaster. But the fact that it happened on Wednesday, bringing cold air and also a kind of a Christmassy feel. I'm looking outside right now, outside of my house. I've got like an inch of snow on the ground, and it feels like Christmas. So for retailers, it almost doesn't get better than that. So we're going into the holiday shopping season with a big tailwind from a weather perspective as it relates to holiday shopping.
Well, I certainly did my part yesterday and helped the economies, but how are things going so far?
So far, they're going great, Jen. So the National Retail Federation expects we're going to do about a 4.1% increase over last year. Last year was only a 3.1% increase. A lot of that's being driven by the fact that it's costing us less money to go shopping now because our gas prices are so much lower. That plus the fact that it looks like it's going to be a little bit milder this year, maybe not as much snow. We're looking at a very, very strong, healthy holiday season for retailers, which also will be good for us.
All right, well, I like hearing that. We got some great bargains yesterday, but what kind of bargains can we maybe expect in the future?
You know, ironically, what I think is going to happen is that there's going to be a lot of great deals on things like hats and gloves and boots as we move into the winter. Part of that's related to the fact that we had the quote-unquote polar vortex last year, which drove really strong sales. Because of that, retailers tend to stock their shelves this year based on sales of last year. I think demand will be lower for those kind of items. Therefore, the price will drop because they'll have too much inventory. So the net is go out and buy those coats and hats and gloves, even if it doesn't feel cold as we move through the holiday.
And don't lose them. Right?
Exactly.
Because my children always lose at least one of them. Drives me crazy. Thank you so much, Paul Walsh. Now over to you, Paul.
All right, thanks, Jen and Paul. Well, snow is now falling in portions of the Northeast this morning, but will it disrupt your weekend travel plans? Our expert, Carl Parker, is tracking the storm. We got the timing coming up next.
Toenail fungus? Don't hide it, fight it with new FDA-approved Jublia. Jublia, efinaconazole 10% topical solution, is a prescription medicine proven to treat fungal infections of the toenails. Use Jublia as instructed by your doctor. Most common side effects include ingrown toenail, application site redness, itching, swelling, burning or stinging, blisters, and pain. Fight it! Ask your doctor now if new Jublia is right for you.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
Golf's past 2 decades have been the most unique in the history of the game. Now, in a commemorative edition, Golf Channel chronicles the icons, the moments, and the trends that will influence the game for decades to come. Just in time for the holiday season, the Golf Book is the perfect gift for every golfer on your list. Order yours today at golfchannel.com/thegolfbook.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The journey to Mars begins Thursday, December 4th, 7:05 a.m. at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Witness history as NASA launches the spacecraft that will take astronauts to Mars. Visit tourksc.com for launch viewing tickets. Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too. Nourished. Rescued. Protected. Given new hope. During the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru owners feel it too. Because when you take home a new Subaru, we donate $250 to helping those in need. We'll have given $50 million over 7 years. Love, it's what makes a Subaru.
I haven't seen this before.
There's never been a time where the North Pole couldn't keep up.
Nice of the owners to let us use his factory.
These WeatherTech people make pretty good elves. For people.
This holiday, give WeatherTech floor liners. They're laser measured to perfectly protect your specific vehicle. Check out all of our automotive accessories at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. Complete protection, completely American made. WeatherTech.com.
Hey, you got a set for the sleigh?
The journey to Mars begins Thursday, December 4th, 7:05 a.m. at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Witness
How does the Dyson Ball vacuum at only $449 have better overall performance across all floors than any other vacuum?
This is an example of how we test machines. It proves ours has stronger suction than this vacuum. In fact, it has the strongest suction of any vacuum. Our ball technology turns on the spot, and with its wider cleaner head, you can cover the room faster.
Order today and you'll receive a free flat-out tool and free durable tool bag, even free shipping to your door at buydyson.com.
My mother had arthritis, and now so do I. And tough as it can be, I found something that makes a big difference. Absorbing Plus. No pills. It's quickly absorbed right to where the pain is, and the relief comes fast. If you live with arthritis, Absorbing Plus makes a big difference.
That's me 12 years ago in my Albolene commercial.
And your skin still looks so young.
Well, I never take off my makeup with soap and water. Too drying. I use Albolene.
Albolene for younger looking skin. And something new, Albolene in a convenient tube.
And even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
Every Sunday, the Titans of weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live, and some Black Friday shoppers, well, they had to dance to stay warm as they waited for this store to open here in Wichita, Kansas. But the good news, well, that's it for the cold spell, at least for today, that is. Temperatures will soar into the upper 60s. Yeah, not bad. But then, you know it's going to come. Yeah, they're crashing back down tomorrow with highs only topping out in the upper 40s. So get outside and enjoy it while it lasts. Right, Jen?
That's for sure. Okay, let's go outside and see how things are looking here in New York, Chicago, Minneapolis. Well, Minneapolis, you certainly look cold with all that snow still on the ground. Your temperature is going to be dropping. Not so much today. Get out there and enjoy it. But as we head into the beginning of this week, going into the single digits. So what's the forecast looking like if you're traveling back home, or maybe you're going to be heading out and doing some shopping? Looks pretty good across much of the eastern half of the country. That's great news up and down 95. Temperatures in Atlanta in the 50s, only in the 30s though with Boston around 33. We go farther to the west. We're also warming up nicely here in Denver with 65. West Coast from San Francisco all the way into Seattle, seeing a lot of rain and a lot of snow. Snow for Seattle and rain for San Francisco. That moisture is going to stick around Northern California for tomorrow. But then we're also looking at some lighter showers going through the Midwest. So anywhere from southern Indiana, right around St. Louis, over towards Cleveland and Detroit, we could see some scattered showers for you. And then on Monday, those little showers still with us here, but maybe some of that colder air running in, so we could be looking at some frozen moisture. And then farther to the north is when those temperatures really start to drop, with 7 for an afternoon high on Monday in Minneapolis and just 22 in Chicago. For your Tuesday, still looking at a little bit of rain mixing in with some snow in the higher elevations of the Appalachians. But then here along the West Coast, we're going to be talking about rain finally coming down into Southern California with scattered showers for Los Angeles and maybe even into San Diego. Your temperatures staying in the 60s. Middle of the week, very cold, staying in place through the middle of the U.S. 22 for an afternoon high in Minneapolis, but just a mild 67 in Dallas. Not too bad. Farther to the east, warming back into the 50s here in New York and into Boston, but a little bit of rain coming your way. And then on into Thursday, those temperatures drop into the northeast, highs only in the 40s, and we look for another rainmaker going through the middle of the country. Paul?
All right, thanks, Jen. Well, time now for your winter weather update. Storm specialist Carl Parker is in the lab. And Carl, we got some snow falling in Seattle right now.
Yeah, that's right, Paul, and that'll continue through the middle of the day today. Not a lot of it, probably a dusting to an inch of accumulation in total. And here's a look at the larger pattern. We've got this big feed of moisture coming on shore into the interior west there. Also getting some moisture moving right into Seattle and the Puget Sound convergence zone. So we're not going to get a lot of it once again in Seattle, but we will get a little more in the higher elevations, 1 to 3 in the Cascades, and a pretty large area of a few inches of snow across Montana, parts of Wyoming, and in the highest of elevations, getting up into the Wind River Range there, the Absaroka Mountains, talking about as much as a foot of snow, and that's going through tomorrow morning. Now, there's another system that's out here in the Pacific that's going to be moving on into interior west later in the, or rather in the early part of the upcoming week, and this is a model depiction of the total amount of moisture in the atmosphere. And you'll notice a lot of it really starting to come up into California, and that is on Tuesday. So this is going to bring a pretty good bit of rain and some snow to the highest elevations, about 1 to 2 inches of rain we're thinking in general. And we hope to see a lot more this year, a lot more rain and snow. This is the time of year when things really ramp up there in California. The rainy season is November to March, and it's been terribly dry in California, so we're hoping that we get a good bit of wet weather this year and a fair amount of snow to build up that snowpack. Now, how much rain would be required to end the drought in California? A pretty good bit of it, 6 to 9 inches in 1 month across a lot of the state, and in the Central Valley in California, 9 to 12 inches. That's an awful lot of wet weather. Certainly not impossible, but take a look at the reservoirs. They are very low indeed. The Lake Oroville Reservoir now at 26% of total capacity. That's about as low as it gets. The lowest that we've seen was in 1977, and it's almost that low. Lake Shasta is similarly very low indeed. Paul, Jen, back to you.
Good to see the rain falling again out towards the west. Hey, thousands of families now returning home after the holiday weekend. But will the next 2 days, in terms of weather, be as bad as what happened last week? We're going to break it down for you next with your holiday weekend travel.
And break out the scarves, the hats, and the winter jackets. Another blast of Arctic air coming our way.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy, high 73, winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 67, winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, partly cloudy, high 77, winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
pretty hard.
A fifth day of power outages, tens of thousands waking up in the cold and the dark this morning, days after Winter Storm Kato swept through. Now all eyes on when the next Arctic blast is coming your way.
My flight was canceled. Delayed 4.5 hours due to the weather.
Then the post-Thanksgiving travel dash with more travel issues piling on. All the crowds of people going to the airports and hitting the roads, from snow and ice to rain. Where and when the weather could disrupt your trip back home. Gobble, gobble.
And another storm in the making. Days of rain pounding the West Coast, as well as some wintry weather as well. From Seattle all the way to the California desert, it's all right here, right now on Weather Center Live. Hey there, good Saturday morning to you. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Jennifer Lopez. Now, as you watch us this weekend, we would love to see your pictures. So send us your pictures, and we say hashtag your weekend.
You're all about the hashtag, Jenny.
Not about the
hashtag. Well, you know, check out this picture. This is from Kathy Reynolds Soder from Petersburg, Pennsylvania, and it's a picture of the bad weather.
They're
the sheep out there, but definitely need some sheepskin, perhaps seat covers as well, because it is cold this morning. The good news is this quick burst of snow across parts of the Keystone State that's it. Just a quick burst of snow. Things will start warming up. In fact, took a live look at State College, Pennsylvania. See some snow on the sides of the road there, but nothing really sticking to the roadways. The road is wet. That's about it. Maybe just a windshield wiper, but we're not looking at major snow here. In fact, as temperatures warm, we could see some maybe drizzle, some light rain. The big concern is some of the valleys. There are plenty of beautiful valleys here in Pennsylvania. Some of the cold air gets kind of trapped down there. Could see some icing there in the bridges and overpasses. Watch out for that. That's more isolated. But overall, we're definitely looking for this snow showers we're seeing now to dissipate as warmer air starts pushing on in, with a warm front pushing on across the Midwest. That will continue to warm us as we head throughout the rest of this week and into the weekend as well. And again, but no major accumulations. That's the good news. So we're waking up in some areas in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. As we head throughout the afternoon, though, we'll get to the mid-40s in D.C., even out towards the Pittsburgh area. New York City, mid-30s for you. And we'll get above freezing in Boston for a little while. But eventually, we'll see some cooler air come through. But look for a comfortable day across the Northeast, but definitely getting you in the holiday spirit with the temperatures. Jen?
Well, things are finally starting to warm up here across the middle of the country. Places like St. Louis and Kansas City, a little bit different than just this time yesterday. And that trend for the numbers to go higher, it's going to continue for this weekend. We'll have to deal with some winds. We saw those winds kind of moving the camera around, as well as flying that flag strong over the state capitol there in St. Louis. In Dallas, we have a temperature right now of 61, but look at the wind gust. 32 miles an hour. Those winds will be strong throughout the day. But as far as the rest of the middle of the U.S., temperatures now in the middle 50s here in Denver, 51 in Wichita, 18 degrees warmer in Grand Island with a temperature of 60. That high pressure bringing that nice sunshine to our area. It's also kicking up the winds from the south, but it's those south winds that are going to keep our temperatures from or continue to keep them climbing here. They'll be anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees above average. Your temperatures today, 79 in Amarillo to 67 in Wichita. St. Louis, a high of 62 for you, and Dallas up into the middle 70s. Cooler air seeps into Kansas, right around the border of Nebraska tomorrow, but we hang on to those 70s anywhere from Midland to Alexandria, with the high temperature staying in the 70s for your Sunday. Paul?
Oh, those warmer weather temperatures sound pretty nice here, but guess what? Not for long here across the northern plains, upper Midwest. We're heading back to cold again. Live look at Minneapolis on the left, Omaha on the right. Omaha. And yes, another cold Arctic blast of air is headed our way, and that means, you know, enjoy it while it lasts. It might seem pretty cold right now in Minneapolis, but this will be the warmest you'll be in several days. 26 degrees right now, 41 in Chicago. St. Louis is at 54, but Kansas City at 57. We'll make it to the 60s today. Enjoy it, because we're talking drastic change over the next couple of hours and also a couple of days as well. Already feeling the cold air here across Montana, where temperatures today will not get above zero in some locations. And then as we head towards Monday, talking about single-digit highs and below zero lows as we head through your Monday into your Tuesday as well. So here we go today. Look at this. Great Falls, 3 below is your high for the day. And Billings, 33 is your high. But again, Minneapolis, we're getting above freezing for the last day and probably several days. As we head towards tomorrow, there we go, down to 16 for a high, Minneapolis. And even out towards Rapid City, 16 for a high. North Platte, 25 degrees. The cold air continues to plunge southward as well. And by Monday, we're in the heart of it here in Minneapolis. 7 above is our high for the day. 22 in Chicago. Omaha coming in at 26 degrees for a high temperature on Monday. Minneapolis, again, 34 to 7 as we head towards our Monday afternoon. And by the way, that 7, that'll be the first single-digit temperature we've had this year since March 2nd. And by the way, we average our first single-digit temp December 20th. So even that is going to be earlier than average for this year. Jen?
Let's go all the way to the West Coast and see that rain and those clouds just sitting over the Bay Area. We've had some scattered showers across San Francisco, and we'll continue to get more of that heavy stuff as we go into the weekend. In fact, storms are going to continue to come into the West Coast for the next few days. That's great news for areas that have been dealing with the drought. But as we look in tighter here in San Francisco, you can see the heavier stuff is far to the south, down around San Jose, and then you go over into the Sierra, and it's all been in the form of some snow. Now, across extreme northern California, we've been dealing with another batch of rain, and that's going to continue for you. And then we travel well up the coast. We go here into the Pacific Northwest. It's all been in the form of snow. That'll last for a few more hours around Seattle, and then it should change over to some lighter rain. Your forecast today does call for that snow around Seattle, as well as maybe close to Portland, high elevations for sure. But this is all going to be pushing to the east, so it should not be too big of an issue for us tomorrow. But we have another storm, another area of low pressure. This one looks like it'll be bigger, and that's going to come closer to you as we head into tomorrow and into Monday and Tuesday. And with this second low moving in, it's going to bring more rain, but it'll finally bring that rain farther to the south. Going into Southern California. So that's great news. Meanwhile, you see tomorrow here, more showers around San Francisco. They may taper off by Monday, but watch out. More rain coming your way on Tuesday. Paul?
All right, thanks, Jen. Again, this is one of the busiest travel days of the year. Talking about the Saturday after Thanksgiving. We'll take a look at the airports and the roadways and see, well, the weather will hamper your travel today or even tomorrow as well as a peek at the weather forecast with some college football games going on today.
This is Gordon, downtown for a sales call, west side for a presentation, meeting after meeting after meeting. That's why Gordon stops at Exxon and Mobil for fuels that help his engine run cleaner, smoother, and with better fuel economy, so he can make it to the meeting that matters most. Gordon is energy. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here.
I've got one shot. Let's go twins right, 24 stretch. 24 stretch, all diamond. Twins right, 24 stretch, all diamonds on touring.
When the game's on the line,
Hit him with a hard count. See if they'll tip their hand.
the NFL trusts Duracell Quantum to power their game day communication.
They're blitzing up the gut. Get out of the pocket.
Duracell Quantum lasts up to 35% longer than the competition.
Sunday nights this winter, we're joining these extreme fortune seekers, gambling on the dig of their lives.
Get down now! This ain't a good place to make a mistake.
Season 3 of Prospectors, The $1 Million Mountain, Sundays at 9, premiering December 7th on The Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
see this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel Mornings.
Black Friday is still on, so let's get the names we want in the styles we love. With savings that last all weekend. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Save over $800 on the Samsung French door refrigerator.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
Insurance, find me money.
I got you $1.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better state.
Ring, ring. Progresso. I can't believe I'm eating bacon-enriched creamy cheese before my sister's wedding.
Well, it's only 100 calories, so you'll be ready for that dress.
Uh-huh. You don't love the dress? I love my sister.
40 flavors, 100 calories or less.
We got this one. We got Pepper. Did he help pick it out? No, he's a cat. Is this mine? That one's for Alice, but she doesn't know it yet. Why not? Mom says she's still cooking.
Capture your memories with Hallmark keepsake ornaments.
I go to Burlington to buy coats. I had no idea they had gifts. Gifts for everyone. So many things. Hundreds of gifts, hundreds in savings. Everybody gets what they want, and I don't spend a fortune. Everyone's happy.
Now on the phone is Allie Martinez. Allie, I just can't imagine what you're going through. So have you seen the boys yet this morning?
They're both in the room right now, eating, watching cartoons, doing what they normally do, like normal boys.
Really? It seems like they're trying to bounce back quickly then.
Yes, they're still ready to go home. That's all they keep asking the nurses. Like, can we please go home? Can we please go home?
Well, take us back to those terrifying moments. How did you even find out what was going on?
Well, what ended up happening was they have curfews where we live, and we live in like a complex where, you know, all the kids play together. They all know each other. Like, me and my brothers grew up there. So when, you know, they didn't show up for curfew or they didn't check in, I was like, you know, that's not like them. You know, something's wrong. So when we started searching for them, and we actually went to the little girl that they were with. When I saw her at her house and my boy's not there, then I was like, you know, where are they? So finally, she told me they're over there. You know, last time I saw them, they were doing a snow bake or playing in the snow. But me and my brother, we searched. Then all of a sudden, you know, I started getting word. We called family, friends. We had our own search party. And when by like 11 o'clock, you know, I told my brother, listen, you know, we have to call the cops because, you know, something's wrong.
All right, so tell us about the heroic police officers that made sure that you had a good outcome.
Actually, the you know, Newburgh police, they have a, you know, a bad rep. You know, people always saying bad stuff, and I want to say that they went above and beyond for my boys. Nobody went home. They were all out there in the freezing cold, on foot, knocking on doors. And finally, when that one officer found them, like, they all ran up there. I got there maybe a minute after the guy found them, because I was literally up the street, and then when I heard on the radio EMT, you know, I really got frantic, and I seen the cops go crazy over there. So when I ran over there, my brother was already there, and then I got to see Papito. I still didn't see my son because he was still deep in. But, you know, I knew they were okay. They were talking, and thank God he just decided to look at that snowbank and saw the shovel.
Well, Allie, that's a great outcome to what I'm sure was a heroic, terrifying story, and we appreciate you joining us. Thanks so much. All right, now let's go over to Paul for some travel conditions.
Glad that story ended on a good note. All right, let's take a look at the plane flying in here and check out some of the airport delays. The good news is across almost the entire nation, no delays right now. Good news for late Saturday morning travel across the East Coast, except we do have one red dot on the map, and that is at San Francisco. We have some rain coming through, already moved through there. First of many bouts of rain, but right now the low clouds at SFO runways are too close together, so if the pilots can visually see each other, they got to space it out. So it's always a airport to get a lot of delays, and you have any type of ceiling or weather come through. Right now, in terms of the Midwest, lots of eggs, zeros on the board with some great news, especially if you're traveling. And again, travel these days is all about the hub system. So you want to fly into a hub like Cincinnati or even Chicago, even Midway, even O'Hare. You got to connect there and move on out. So if weather somewhere else is delaying you, you could really be feeling that domino effect as well. So good news in the Midwest. The Northeast, again, Big time delays, Wednesday? So far today. On Saturday, another busy travel day. No delays at all at the airports around D.C., Reagan National, or even BWI. Boston looking good, Newark looking good, as well as LaGuardia and JFK looking fantastic. Now, in terms of the roadways, no problems at all. The only condition you could be dealing with is glare off of some of the roads. So make sure you have a good sturdy pair of sunglasses that will kind of delay that as well, or kind of take the edge off that glare. 35 degrees, plenty of sunshine here, but at times a little windy, but it will be on the cold side. So make sure you're prepared in case you do have some concerns with your car performing. So otherwise, no big time travels across the nation. Jen?
Okay, looks like, though, another system could be moving into western New York just weeks after record amounts of lake effect snow fell in the same area. How much snow will this new storm bring you? And also, a group of sea turtles rescued from the frigid waters off of Cape Cod. They're warming up in the Sunshine State. We'll bring you their story next.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Be one with it, and it will be one with you. Be one with your tires, and the road will be one with you. Angle Tires.
Did you know? Fresh Step Extreme Lightweight Litter isn't just light, it's also the best lightweight for eliminating odors. Amazing, right? For guaranteed odor elimination, try Fresh Step Extreme Lightweight.
The Dyson DC-59 Motorhead has better overall performance across all floors than the top 5 best-selling full-sized vacuums, without the hassle of a cord.
Save up to $150 on select Dyson machines.
Walmart is taking Black Friday into overtime.
And that means you can still get unbeatable prices on everything Christmas all weekend long. So make sure you're ready to win the holidays.
Ready to welcome guests.
To travel all over the place.
To make spirits brighter without getting tangled.
Ready to talk? Anything holiday, all around the clock.
I'm so ready to win.
Me too. High five, snowman.
The Black Friday savings continue Saturday and Sunday at Walmart's weekend event. Get everything you need to get ready for Christmas all weekend long.
Hugging a tree and average women's flannel. Hugging a tree and Duluth trading free swinging flannel. Duluth free swinging flannel. Moving made easy. Flannel made fetching. Get it. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
The Weather Channel's hit show Prospectors is back for a third season, and we're celebrating with a Prospectors giveaway.
Oh my God!
Enter now at weather.com/prospectors for your chance to win $5,000 in precious.
City Furniture's Black Friday event has been extended through the weekend. Get incredible specials for every room in your home. A leather Power Motion sofa, just $7.99. A 5-piece dining set, $4.99. A queen memory foam mattress, $2.99. Plus an extra 10% off or no interest for 36 months. Through Monday at City Furniture.
Operation Black Friday is a go. Check, check, check.
Welcome to Aaron's 7 days of Black Friday.
Hold positions. 7 days?
Yep. Aaron's helps you own it with 7 amazing days of lease-to-own savings. No credit needed, like up to $480 off this 50-inch HD TV. Just $49.99 a month, including a soundbar and a subwoofer.
Wait, so you mean we don't need a battle plan to get a great deal?
Hold positions.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm holding my position, Janet.
Don't miss Aaron's 7 days of Black Friday.
And even pay the return postage. Try No risk-free today.
Every Sunday, the Titans of weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Hey, welcome back. Check this out. It's a pretty cool time-lapse video showing snow piling up here. This is outside the National Weather Service office in Binghamton, New York. About 10 inches of snow fell there from 9 a.m. on Wednesday into 9 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. And most of that 9 inches actually fell on Wednesday, calendar day Wednesday, breaking the record snowfall for the day. We got the Christmas lights up. They are ready there in Binghamton.
All right, it's time now for your winter weather update.
Let's check in now with our storm specialist, Carl Parker, in the lab. And speaking of snow, Carl, we got snow coming down in Seattle.
There is snow coming down now in Montana and Wyoming, and we expect to see a lot more of that in the higher elevations. And we'll begin with a look at the water vapor loop, and you can see this big feed of moisture coming up and across the mountains there, the northern Rockies, interior west, and that's slowly going to sag southward through today. We're going to see a pretty broad area of a few inches of snow, and then some higher amounts there in western Wyoming in particular, the Salt River Range, also the Gros Ventre Mountains, the Absaroka Mountains, the Wind River Range getting as much as a foot of snow in the highest elevations, and also a few inches of snow there around the Cascades, and even all the way down into Seattle where it has been snowing for a few hours. That'll continue into early afternoon. Not a lot of accumulation, we don't think, maybe an inch or so, and then we begin to clear out late in the afternoon. Now, behind that, there's another little feature that doesn't look like much right now.
And again, we're still watching that system come into the west. In fact, reports of de-icing going on at SeaTac Airport because we now have snow with this system that is falling in Seattle right now. And the good news is that continues to push that moisture farther south across the west coast into California. And we're seeing snow right now around Lake Tahoe. We'll see more snow as we head throughout the day and into the weekend, which is great news for a very dry in parts of California.
Certainly, and even the southern half of California could be looking at a little bit of rain to move in as we go into maybe Tuesday's the time frame on that, but some much needed rain coming into California as well. We're seeing it already around San Francisco.
Yeah, again, south of there as well, San Jose is seeing some rain. We're also looking at the colder air start to plunge back across the northern Rockies. That'll move across the upper Midwest, and the good news is with this system, yes, your temperatures will be tumbling, but we're not seeing that moisture return from the Gulf of Mexico, so we're not dealing with a lot of snow with this latest outbreak of cold air.
All right, lots to look at. So we'd love to tell you what is in season, and this month it's something that was probably on your table Thanksgiving Day: cranberries.
Well, Parker Wallace shows us the ideal weather conditions for cranberries to grow.
Chances are the cranberries you're about to have on your Thanksgiving table came from these marshy bogs of Cape Cod. This is the heart of cranberry country. Pat, you're a fourth-generation cranberry grower.
Yes, I am.
This is the wet harvest. What do the conditions need to be like for optimum cranberries?
For optimum cranberries, so the cranberries, they're going to grow in a sandy bed. And basically throughout the year, we're going to need a good amount of rain, not excessive rain. Once they're ready to be picked, we're going to flood up a bog like this. It's normally a dry bog. We flood it up with a system of canals as well as pumps. So we flood that up, and once it's flooded, we'll be able to take this water reel harvester, drive it over the bog, and what it's going to do is it's going to release those cranberries from the vine. So these here are some great looking cranberries. They're ripe, they're red, and that's why we're out here today ready to pick.
So this is what the bog looks like when it's not flooded. How did the summer weather actually affect the harvest this year?
Yep, so not too bad as far as rain and climate, but the biggest thing that's affecting our crop this year is actually the hailstorm that we had. These small bruises here are what just a quick hailstorm can do to an entire crop of cranberries. You may even see some of this in your local supermarkets this year.
I had no idea cranberries grew in a bog. I thought it was a cranberry tree.
I would love, it's on my bucket list, just to walk in a bog like that.
With some waders?
Of course, I would have the waders on.
I had no idea. Hey, need the waders out here in California with the rain coming down there on Monday. And a lot of people shooing the weekend travel for Monday travel, but out in the west, you could see some delays because of that.
Yeah, and some of that rain is going to be finally moving down into Southern California, but you'll have to wait until Tuesday. Tuesday looks like it'll be the better chance for the showers.
Speaking of holiday travel, what was your best dessert this weekend?
Best dessert? Oh, I don't know, but you had a pretty good one at your house.
5 words: white chocolate sweet potato cake.
And how many layers was the cake?
4 layer.
Gosh, you've got a good wife. Good wife.
Look it up.
None for us.
Make it.
You ate it all.
More holidays coming up. Enjoy it. I almost brought you a slice.
But then you ate it.
I got hungry. We're back after this.
What's in season? Brought to you by Idaho Potatoes. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Maybe you didn't know, people with the flu can spread it up to 6 feet away. Or that flu can make chronic conditions worse. Maybe you didn't know any of the stuff your Rite Aid pharmacist knows. But now that you've gotten your flu shot at Rite Aid, maybe you don't need to.
Get your flu shots at Rite Aid today.
Check.
Uh-huh. Energizer protects your devices from damaging leaks. Guaranteed.
Black Friday deals aren't over yet at Lowe's, so it's not too late to save on Christmas decorations. Hurry in now for 25% off artificial indoor Christmas trees and 30% off all Christmas tree ornaments. Don't miss out on the year's best deals at Lowe's.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Blah, blah, insurance. Person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. 6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better state.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
I told my dentist about my sensitive teeth. He told me there's a whole new way to treat sensitivity. He suggested I try new Crest Sensi-Stop strips.
Just apply to the gum line of sensitive teeth for a quick 10 minutes. The special ingredient forms a lasting barrier that provides immediate relief and up to 1 month of protection. See why dental professionals endorse Crest Sensi-Stop strips to treat sensitivity. That's 1 strip, 10 minutes, and up to 1 month of protection. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Life opens up when you relieve sensitivity.
Sunday nights this winter, we're joining these extreme fortune seekers, gambling on the dig of their lives.
This ain't a good place to make a mistake.
Season 3 of Prospectors, The $1 Million Mountain, Sundays at 9, premiering December 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
every Monday night this fall.
What is it that produces these things?
The Weather Channel unlocks the secrets of the Earth. The all-new season continues Monday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Hey there, good morning. Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Jennifer Lopez. Now, as you watch us throughout the morning, we want to see some pictures of what your weekend is looking like. It's easy to do. You just send them #YourWeekend.
And take a look at this picture here from Jeanette Medina Torres. Beautiful snowscape in upstate New York near the Adirondack Mountains. And yes, plenty of snow there, looking like at least 3 or 4 inches on top of the fence post there. And you definitely had a white Thanksgiving, all thanks to our latest Winter Storm Kato. That is, again, gone now, but still, it's still kind of been a pain as well. Take a live look at Cleveland. We had some light snow this morning, still seeing traffic going, again, for a Saturday morning, but definitely seeing some of the snow still kind of sticking on some of the rooftops of the buildings. Forecast. As temperatures warm, we could see some of this as some light rain, maybe some drizzle, but nothing major expected as our temperatures will be climbing thanks to this warm front pushing on through the area, and that will bring us to the upper 40s this afternoon in Cleveland, exactly 44 for a high temperature. Light snow showers, even could see a few flurries around parts of Newark and New York City. Even Philadelphia, some light snow showers. That's it. Nothing is sticking at all. But again, our forecast will call for temperatures here to slowly start to warm as we head throughout the day. In fact, as we head through the afternoon hours, we'll see some of these 20s and 30s move to some mid to upper 40s throughout the day as well. But we're not expecting any major weather system to come through, although it has been windy at times. But although the clouds stick around there in western PA, the I-95 corridor is fine for travelers, cold, but no rain or snow expected at all as we head throughout the day. Jen?
Well, let's take you into the Big Apple and have a look at that cold air. As everybody is out and about, and you see the beautiful Rockefeller Christmas tree at 30 Rock. Now, just a few blocks south of here is Herald Square, and folks were bundled up as they have been out doing some holiday shopping. It's been a chilly start to Small Business Saturday here in the Big Apple, a day after those massive deals on Black Friday. That won't stop folks, though, braving the cold. NBC's Miguel Almaguer is in New York with what is shaping up to be a busy weekend at the stores.
Good morning. This may be the calm before the storm. This weekend, shopping malls and department stores all across the country are going to be jam-packed. And if Black Friday was any indication of what's to come, this weekend is going to be a zoo.
Out in force and in some cases out of control. The crowd.
We're diehard, just like 16 years now that we've all come together.
The chaos.
It's all about the deals.
And of course, the saving.
Very big discounts. Some things that I found were even under $10.
Yeah. But Black Friday blowouts can come in more ways than one. Across the pond, mayhem in Manchester, England. While here at home, the sales got downright criminal. 2 women arrested at a California Kohl's. A fist fight in the baby aisle.
This is the most dangerous place to Black Friday shop.
The lady in the green jacket is fighting.
Brick and mortar stores saw sales spike 4%. Online, up 14%.
You're really seeing is a huge shift online. That gets a bigger piece of the puzzle every year.
So much web traffic, Best Buy broke the internet. Their website crashed. Still, the crowds kept coming at the Mall of America. A record 230,000 people showed up since Thanksgiving, more than doubling the city of Bloomington's population. Even when the lights went out in South Carolina, the crowds kept shopping.
Everybody's walking around with their phones with lights trying to find out where to go. It's just crazy.
Today is officially dubbed Small Business Saturday, where you're encouraged to shop at small businesses locally, but it's department stores like the one behind me that will likely be jammed. Now back to you.
Well, cold, snow, sleet, and rain weather, of course, having an impact on holiday shopping. Now, coming up in 10 minutes, business weather expert Paul Walsh showing us how weather does play a role in shopping. Now, though, over to Paul.
Well, the weather right now in Minneapolis might be playing a role in the fact that you don't want to get out of bed this morning. Now, do you? We're talking, what, it's about 9:34 Central Time. And yes, that is some snow on the ground. Temperatures on the cool side. But guess what? Get up so you can enjoy it. It's 28 degrees right now. And this number will only get colder as we head through tomorrow and into your Monday as well. So, yeah, if you're doing anything outdoors, do it now. Christmas lights, if you can, get it up now, because take a look what's coming. 9 below right now in Great Falls. There's 4 now above 0 in Billings. All this cold air is pushing southward, pushing eastward, and invading this region as we wrap up your Sunday and back to work and school on Monday as well. But take a look at the wind chill. Yeah, this makes you want to stay inside. It feels like 23 below 0 in Great Falls and Billings at 18 below. And Yellowstone, all this is literally hours away from invading that area. So yeah, big time winter chill on the way. It's going to stick around for a couple of days as well. Minneapolis, 34 today, 17 tomorrow. Lincoln, Nebraska, 66 today, 27. Different season tomorrow. Even Des Moines, 53 today, 27 degrees tomorrow. Some 25, 26 degrees colder. And this is the reason why a little dip, a little trough in the jet stream with our west coast storm is going to invade parts of the northern plains and the upper Midwest as we head on towards Monday, allowing that cold air from the Arctic to plunge on southward and even parts of Texas, Dallas. Our temperatures flip-flopping over the next couple of days. So today, we're talking about 41 degrees below average in Great Falls for a high of 4 below. We're still above average in Rapid City, 50. Enjoy that, because look what happens as we head on towards you Sunday. Our temperatures now plunging below average by 22 degrees, 16 for a high in Rapid City. Des Moines, 27. Milwaukee, 37 tomorrow. But the cold air for you, Milwaukee, as we head on towards Monday. Look at that. Chicago, 22 degrees. Minneapolis, 7 above is our high temperature. Chicago, again, 40s today and tomorrow. Our average is 41, so we're above average for the next couple of days. And then Monday, we're 19 degrees below average, a high of only 22, before we slowly climb back to the mid-30s as we head towards Tuesday afternoon. Jen?
Let's head to the West Coast and see how things are looking. A big storm system is expected to come into San Francisco. Here's a shot of Alcatraz. I've been there as a visitor, of course, and it looks pretty good. But we are expecting some rain in the forecast. We've had a few showers already. In fact, some heavier stuff farther south into San Jose, but more rain is expected, not just for today and tomorrow, but even into the beginning of the week. Here's a live look at the radar. Temperatures are in the 50s, so it's not too bad. There you can see some of that heavier rain just to the south, and now it is pushed off to the east here into central California. Not raining yet into LA, but as we move into the beginning of this coming week, there's expected to be showers your way. We go up into Seattle. We've been dealing with some snow. All this blue is snow. It'll snow for a few more hours, and then it'll slowly start to change over to some rain. But it could be quite a mess here in the Pacific Northwest. Again, call ahead at the airlines to make sure that flight is going off on time. Otherwise, just take it easy on the roads, because we're certainly going to get in on some of that rain and snow. One system already on shore in the Northwest. Another one is lurking offshore, and it's a bigger one. It's expected to move in as we go into Sunday and Monday and bring that rain through the beginning of this week. So for today, it'll be around San Fran and farther to the north. And then as we go into tomorrow, really the same spots. It slowly tries to taper off a little bit on Monday. But again, that bigger storm system is just approaching the coast by now, and we will see more of that rain coming into the area for Tuesday. So Tuesday, San Francisco, even down into Los Angeles and San Diego. Rain finally coming into your area, and it could be very heavy, especially into San Francisco and Northern California, perhaps anywhere from 2 to 3 inches. Paul?
We have a lot more still to come this morning on Weather Center Live, including a herd of sea turtles rescued from the cold waters off of Cape Cod. What's being done to warm them back up?
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're covered, Kevin.
Blah, blah, insurance. Person, come help.
Hey, Grandma. 6 callers ahead of us, Jimmy.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better state.
We love
Chocolatey,
creamy with a little something extra.
deliciousness.
Cookies
Or almonds.
yumminess. Hershey's is mine.
Yours, our chocolate.
She's still the one for you, and Cialis for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment is right. Cialis is also the only daily ED tablet approved to treat symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
It's Ram commercial truck season. And if you want to build something ahead of its time, you'll need trucks that are ahead of the rest. Trucks with the best fuel economy, 28 mpg highway, the best towing, 30,000 pounds, best torque, 865 pound-feet, and the best payload, over 4,400 pounds. The complete lineup of Ram commercial vehicles is ready to help you start building tomorrow. Get a great deal during Ram commercial truck season.
It's only for a couple of nights, okay?
Yep.
It's my parents' rules.
Baby?
Can I help you?
No. I just brought a card.
For me? She'll love it.
Thanks.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Where we go is who we are. And fuels from Exxon and Mobil help your engine run smoother, cleaner, and with better fuel economy. We are energy, and energy lives here.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
I can't believe I'm eating bacon-enriched creamy cheese before my sister's wedding.
Well, it's only 100 calories, so you'll be ready for that dress.
Uh-huh.
You don't love the dress?
I love my sister.
40 flavors, 100 calories or less.
When I crave a smoke, that's all I crave. That's where this comes in.
Only Nicorette gum has patented dual-coated technology for great taste. Plus, Nicorette gum gives you intense craving relief.
And that helps put my craving in its place. That's why I only choose Nicorette.
Mr. Clean's grandmother was stronger than people twice her size, and that strength inspired his Liquid Muscle Cleaner. It lifts tough dirt so you do less scrubbing, and its nozzle stops by itself so less is wasted. Sure made Grandma proud. Mr. Clean Liquid Muscle.
Black Friday is still on, so let's find something for the big kids without the big price tags and take home savings today. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Get your choice of drill driver kit, just $99 each.
For over a decade, doctors have been prescribing Nexium to patients just like you. For many, prescription Nexium helps heal acid-related erosions in the lining of the esophagus. There is risk of bone fracture and low magnesium levels. Side effects may include headache, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. If you have persistent diarrhea, contact your doctor right away. Other serious stomach conditions may exist. Avoid if you take clopidogrel. Nexium 40 milligram is only available by prescription. Talk to your doctor. For free home delivery, enroll in Nexium Direct today.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live, and this is Rivalry Weekend, and the tents are already up here in Oxford, Mississippi, as the Egg Bowl is hours away from kickoff. And meanwhile, on the left, You got the downtown Atlanta skyline here, which is also home to Georgia Tech, and the Yellow Jackets up the road in Athens take on the Bulldogs of Georgia. So again, big time games going on this weekend. So let's talk about how weather will be impacting those games. Look at some of the forecast. We'll first start with the forecast for Michigan going into Columbus to take on Ohio State, the number 6 Buckeyes here. And the forecast calls for temperatures to warm to the low to mid 40s, a little breezy at times as well. So again, that's the forecast. What we do here at the Weather Channel, because we're the Weather Channel, we take the weather and look at how both teams have performed in similar weather conditions in the past, and then we make game predictions based on how they perform. So the weather condition is playing in temperatures 50 degrees or colder. Michigan is 10-7 in those games. Ohio State 15-1 in the games they played in those weather conditions. So my prediction is that the Buckeyes will win and go on to play for the Big Ten championship. Next game, they call this the Egg Bowl in Oxford, Mississippi, where the Bulldogs of State go in to take on Ole Miss. And again, forecast, not bad. Temperatures do warm to the mid-60s here at times. But again, how do they play in temperatures similar to that? 6-3 is Mississippi State, and Ole Miss is 7-4. So we're talking a slight edge goes to Mississippi State, so the forecast is for them to go in and win. And our last stop, Auburn going in Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama. Temperatures upper 50s to low 60s. The forecast conditions, well, Auburn's been 7-5 in those weather conditions. Alabama 8-1. Alabama continues to roll on. Jen?
Okay, a herd of sea turtles rescued from the frigid waters off the coast of Cape Cod Bay are now recovering from the hypothermia in sunny Florida. So joining us now to tell us more is Secret Holmes Douglas. And good morning, Secret. We really appreciate this. You joining us. Good morning. Can you tell us a little bit more about the turtles and how they are doing now?
The turtles are doing great. They are warm and cozy in their individual pools here at Gulf World. We have warmed the water up, and all are doing well. Okay, so when they came to you, obviously, before they came in, they were in the cold water. So what are you doing to raise their body temperature up? Being that they're reptiles, sea turtles, their body temperature is what their surroundings are. So all we simply have to do is during the transport, they were kept at a certain temperature, a warmer temperature, and we brought them to and put them in our pools, and we keep our pools around 70 degrees. All right, so is it unheard of for these guys to be rescued in such cold water? No, it's not unheard of. It's something that's actually become more common in the last couple of years with the weather changes, and then the sea turtles in shallow waters, and they go into shock, into a comatose state. All right, so they're going to get warmed up, kind of recover a little bit at your place, and then what are they going to do after that? What are you expecting to release them? Our goal is to always release, so as soon as they get warmed up and we get the word, then we'll release hopefully in our area, not back up in New England. We want to maintain capacity for the area so they can bring more turtles in and they can bring more turtles to Florida or any other facilities that need to assist. All right, is this something that the public can maybe come out and witness, you releasing the turtles? We will absolutely send out a release when we get permission to release turtles. All right, great. That'd be fun to watch. Well, thank you so much. I know it's a busy time with you, and we really appreciate you coming and telling us a little bit more. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Thanks so much. Now over to Paul.
All right, thanks, Jen. Well, snow falling in parts of the Northeast this morning, but will it last? And will it disrupt your weekend travel plans if you're traveling today or tomorrow? The good news is it does not look like that. But our eyes are also turning on towards the West Coast. We're seeing some snow right now in Seattle, which is thousands of miles away from New York City. We're going to talk about the next push of cold air coming across the nation. Will it cool you back down again in New York City? And what about the snow in Seattle? Will be record-setting. We'll talk about that with our storm specialist, Carl Parker, coming up right after your local on the 8s.
When you have a gift list this long, you gotta go to Burlington. I have so many people to shop for. My husband, 2 small boys, my mom and my dad, 19 nieces and nephews. I save so much money, I got something for me.
Walmart is taking Black Friday into overtime.
And that means you can still get unbeatable prices on everything Christmas all weekend long. So make sure you're ready to win the holidays.
Ready to welcome guests.
To travel all over the place.
To make spirits brighter without getting tangled.
Ready to talk? Anything holiday, all around the clock.
I'm so ready to win.
Me too. High five, snowman.
The Black Friday savings continue Saturday and Sunday at Walmart's weekend event. Get everything you need to get ready for Christmas all weekend long.
Meet Rachel. She's a news anchor with a big personality. She's smart, funny.
Thank you. Badass.
And passionate.
Attack! I'm sorry, I said ass.
But we're about to find out.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
What happens when she gets serious?
This is a story of legitimate wrongdoing on a big scale. Nope, that's made up. Not true. If we're not going to ask these questions now, then when exactly are we going to ask them?
From MSNBC, The Rachel Maddow Show, weeknights at 9.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Dear Murphy, thanks for being a warm pillow, a snuggler, and showing me that slobber just adds character.
This holiday season, give thanks to the pets who inspire you. For 2 days only at PetSmart, save up to 40% on thousands of items. PetSmart.
Take ZzzQuil and sleep like you haven't seen your bed in days. No, like you haven't seen a bed in weeks. ZzzQuil, the non-habit-forming sleep aid that helps you sleep easily and wake refreshed. Because sleep is a beautiful thing.
Be one with it, and it will be one with you. Be one with your tires, and the road will be one with you. Angle Tires.
From residential to commercial, from large loss to emergency response. Whenever damage strikes, call on the cleanup team that's faster to any size disaster at 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
It's crazy at our house for the holidays. Everybody shows up.
We shop at Burlington because we're getting the kids ready, we're getting the house ready.
Great prices, dresses, shoes, wine glasses. I got everything at Burlington. Amazing.
At Intel, they have technology you can control with gestures. Like now, she's flying a spaceship to Mars.
We're flying a plane to Detroit.
Intel. This is where it all changes. Surely a vacuum shouldn't just work on carpets. Well, the Dyson DC65 has better overall performance across all floors than any other vacuum. Works for me.
Save up to $150 on select Dyson machines.
Progressive Insurance here. Ever since we launched Snapshot, my life has been positively great. What's Snapshot, you ask? Only a revolutionary tool that can save you big time. Just plug it in, and the better you drive, the more cash you'll stash. Switching to Progressive can already save ye $500.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Just looking over the company bills.
Is that what we pay for internet?
Yep, DSL's about $90 a month.
That's funny. For that price with Comcast Business, I think you get like 50 megabits.
Wow, that's fast.
Personally, I prefer slow internet. There is something about the sweet, meditative glow of a loading website.
Don't listen to the naysayer. Switch to Comcast Business today and get 50 megabits per second for $89.95. Comcast Business, built for business.
Xfinity from Comcast gives you a front row seat to every team in the NHL. With NHL Center Ice, you can follow your favorite teams no matter where you live. You get up to 40 out-of-market games a week. And with the Sports app, only on X1, you can see all the live scores in real time and easily switch between close games. Order NHL Center Ice right now for just 4 easy payments of $41.99. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go online.
Must call right now.
To order your Lipozene, call 1-800-997-4948. That's 1-800-997-4948.
Every Sunday, the Titans of Weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. Well, Black Friday has come and gone, and shoppers had to dance to stay warm as they waited for this store to open here in Wichita, Kansas. Now, shifting to small business Saturday, the Weather Channel's business weather expert says the National Retail Federation expects a strong 4.1% increase in sales over last year. Now, the polar plunge earlier this month triggered an early sales trend, and now cheaper gas plus lower heating costs also are helping. And expect great bargains for seasonal apparel like coats and gloves. And Jen, those coats and gloves, well, they're coming in quite handy now.
That's for sure. And thousands of shoppers did flood the malls across the country. But here we go in New York and Chicago, some popular destinations for shoppers, as well as Minneapolis, the home of the Mall of America. Of course, you're going to have to bundle up here in Minneapolis and also in Chicago and New York, as we are going to continue to see those cold temperatures for today, and then getting very cold for us as we head into the next few days. So let's have a look at your forecast, and what it's going to be looking like is across the middle of the country, not too bad. Today we may find a few of those showers going through the Ohio Valley. More to come as we move into tomorrow. And tomorrow here and through the Pacific Northwest, some of that rain tries to move out. Now for your end of your weekend forecast, some of those showers try to push across the middle Mississippi Valley, and we'll look for more rain to come into the northwest, as well as some of the higher elevation snow. Paul?
Well, again, we're still watching the push of cold air across the middle of the country, but also cold enough we're seeing some snow in Seattle. We have more with our storm specialist, Carl Parker, in the lab.
That'll continue through the middle of the day today. Not a lot of it, probably a dusting to an inch of accumulation in total. And here's a look at the larger pattern. We've got this big feed of moisture coming on shore into the interior west there. Also getting some moisture moving right into Seattle and the Puget Sound convergence zone. So we're not going to get a lot of it once again in Seattle, but we will get a little more in the higher elevations, 1 to 3 in the Cascades, and a pretty large area of a few inches of snow across Montana, parts of Wyoming, and in the highest of elevations, getting up into the Wind River Range there, the Absaroka Mountains, talking about as much as a foot of snow, and that's going through tomorrow morning. Now, there's another system that's out here in the Pacific that's going to be moving on into interior west later in the, or rather in the early part of the upcoming week, and this is a model depiction of the total amount of moisture in the atmosphere, and you'll notice a lot of it really starting to come up into California, and that is on Tuesday. So this is going to bring a pretty good bit of rain and some snow to the highest elevations, about 1 to 2 inches of rain we're thinking in general. And we hope to see a lot more this year, a lot more rain and snow. This is the time of year when things really ramp up there in California. The rainy season is November to March, and it's been terribly dry in California. So we're hoping that we get a good bit of wet weather this year and a fair amount of snow to build up that snowpack. Now, how much rain would be required to end the drought in California? A pretty good bit of it, 6 to 9 inches in 1 month across a lot of the state, and in the Central Valley in California, 9 to 12 inches. That's an awful lot of wet weather. Certainly not impossible, but take a look at the reservoirs. They are very low indeed. The Lake Oroville Reservoir now at 26% of total capacity. That's about as low as it gets. The lowest that we've seen was in 1977, and it's almost that low. Lake Shasta is similarly very low indeed. Paul, Jen, back to you.
All right, thanks, Carl. Well, thank you for joining us this morning on Weather Center Live, and that pretty much does it right now for Jennifer Lopez and me.
All right, the next up coming on the Weather Channel, it's Survive the Feast.
I did.
I barely did. Catch up on all of your favorite episodes of Highway Through Hell.
I think a lot of people are saying survive the family.
Survive the family.
Survive the family during the feast.
Yes.
Have a good day.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 73. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals. Low 67. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, a few passing clouds, otherwise generally sunny. High 77. Winds east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.